Hello my lovelies, so today's video is all about my palette collection. Now I don't have a lot of palettes, but well, in my eyes these are quite a lot, but in comparison to some of the other YouTubers this is probably nothing. I think I have about 15 to 20 max I would say, and this ranges from eyeshadow to lip palettes. But this is everything that I use, that I own. So I actually did used to have a bigger collection, and I don't mention this in a lot of my videos, but I did go through a massive decluttering before I got married and moved into my own space with my husband, and therefore I limited it down to everything that I own now and stuff that I really do use. So without further ado, let's get into this. So I'm going to start with whatever's first, and I've got this tiny little sleek palette. I've actually had this for a really long time. I'm going to try and open these with one hand, so really bear with me guys there. It's not the easiest thing to do. Okay, so this is just a really beautiful highlighter palette, and it's just got some lovely shades. Goes from light to dark. This was actually one of the first highlighters I bought for myself, and they're quite pigmented and they look absolutely gorgeous in the camera. I've actually had this for a really long time, so I'm surprised that it's still lasting. Apologies in advance for my grubby nails in this video, guys. I am gonna get my nails done soon, which is why I've sort of left it like this, just let it be for now. Next one I'm going to go into, this is one of my recent purchases, and it's a Zoeva palette called Heritage. I just love the packaging. It's like one of those games that you used to play on the back in the 90s, the little games that we used to own back in the days, guys. So this is a gorgeous palette, and as you can see, oh sorry about that. And as you can see, there are some gorgeous shades in there. You've got some nudes, you've got this gorgeous midnight blue shimmery shade, and some nice pink and magenta, and a nice golden shade in there. And you've also got like a shade called Fantastic, I believe. So that would be good to do some smoky eyes. So brilliant palette again here. The next one I have is by Makeup Revolution, and it's called Salvation. It's going to be a mission to open, you just tell. Okay, here we go. And this one, it's quite a few different shades that we have in here. So you've got some glitter shades, some dark, so you've got like some dark purples and like shimmery blacks to do your smoky eyes, but then you also have some like gorgeous nude shades over here, and then you've got really subtle nude shades down here. So again, beautiful palette. Moving on, we have a sleek one over here, which it's nice and easy to open, handy. So this one, I remember I actually bought this for my cousin's wedding. I'll tell you the story behind this. So I was, so for Indian events, like the clothing is quite colourful, and it was an event where the dress colour code was green, so the ladies had to wear green dress. And my dress was actually matching with this beautiful sort of emerald green, you would say, or dark green shade here. So I was looking for the exact colour to go with my dress, where I could make the perfect, do the perfect eyes with, to go with the look, basically, to complete it. And this was pretty much the only palette I could find that had this green. So even though the rest of the colours are gorgeous, and I actually have never worked with this purple, it's a bit too bold for me, but I would love to do a bold makeup look. And I'm definitely going to start putting more, well, I haven't done any makeup looks on my video, and I really do want to start doing makeup looks, so hopefully do look out for that. And my house is nearly complete, so I will be doing room tours of the different rooms around the house. But that is this gorgeous palette, and you have some lovely, lovely shades. Moving on, we have this Makeup Revolution one, and this is sort of broken, but it's the Ultra Blush palette, and I've used the hell out of this palette, I must say. Oh, I think I broke the lid of it. We're just going to move this aside. Okay, I broke the mirror. So this is, again, a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. So you've got 6 blush, well, 8 blush shades, but to be honest, the one on the right, like the purple and the glittery pink, I use it more as a highlighter sometimes. And I know you're going to think the pink one is a bit too bright for a highlighter, but actually these two on the right, they're not as pigmented, so if you use it in the tiniest amount, it can give you a beautiful, beautiful shimmer without giving you that like massive hint of pink if you use it as a highlighter. But they also work really great as eyeshadows, guys, so just a tip there. But these are beautiful blush palettes, and I really love carrying this whole palette with me, like when I'm going on holidays or something, rather than carrying like different shades of blush. And I actually end up sometimes using this one over here as a bronzing powder, so it just works really great, to be honest. And this is just I think this is just beautiful, beautiful shades that can be used overall for pretty much everything. So this is this palette over here, which I have broken. Very nice of me. Moving on, I'm going to go into this Coral Spectrum Zoeva one. My Coastal Scents is actually on the left. I will show that to you in a bit. So this is a Zoeva Coral Spectrum, and this opens up like this, and then you have beautiful coral shades on the top, and then some nude coral almost at the bottom. It's just a gorgeous palette. I haven't really used this as much. I don't know why. I guess I've just kind of been reaching more to my Huda Beauty nude palette recently, and for the blushes I've been reaching for the NARS Orgasm a lot for some reason lately. Like that has been my go-to blush a lot lately. But you know what, I'm actually going to try and do some more looks with this palette. So this is that. Moving on, I'm going to go into this tiny number 7 palette. This is probably one of the first palettes that I owned. And I remember this was like on some promotion when number 7 had their new mascara come out, and this was like, and I really wanted to purchase their mascara, and this was sort of coming free with the mascara. So it was a double whammy, and it's just got some gorgeous like midnight purple shade and that beautiful champagne shade on the right. It's a gorgeous palette, so I've used it several times, but there's actually like, don't go on the size of this palette because this really goes a long way. Like I have done several looks with this, and I'll definitely be using it to do a look on my channel, so definitely look out for that. So this is a gorgeous little palette here. And then moving on, let's not forget the famous Huda Beauty nude palette. I'm not going to open this up because all of us have seen this everywhere. We have seen all the gorgeous lovely nude shades that Huda has blessed us with in this beautiful gorgeous palette, and I will definitely be doing looks with this palette. I have done several looks since I bought this palette, and it's just such a versatile eyeshadow palette. I just absolutely love it. So definitely this. And then the next one is this m.a.c palette. This also has beautiful nude shades. I love that it's like a glass on the top, so you don't even need to open it to see what shades it has. It's got some gorgeous, like you can do some great smoky eyes with this palette. You've got a gold, like beautiful champagne, pinks. You've got some lovely like brown in there. So a really nice palette all in all. Okay, and then moving on, we have, so this is my Coastal Scents palette, and I've actually had this for a really long time. This was probably one of the first colour correcting palettes that I bought, and you will see in there they've actually hit pan on majority of the shades. So this is actually this is the only colour correcting palette that I own, and it's so these two over here that I've hit pan on was what I used to use for my bronzing a lot. I do use another palette for my bronzing, which actually I should have included in this, but it's in my makeup case. So you can actually see my makeup case, my Beautify makeup case video to look at the palette I'm talking about. But this again has your typical colour correcting shades. We've got purple, green, you've got highlighting shade in there, yellow, and then you've got your concealer shades, and then your gosh, it's gone out of my head now, your concealer shades, and then you've got your contour shades. That's it. So this is again, like, if you don't like having separate packaging for every product that you use, then this is handy, because this has got color correctors, concealers, and contour in one palette. And again, like I said, I love carrying palettes when I go on holiday, because I don't like having like different packaging for everything that I'm using. I rather have palettes that have all in all. So this is a lovely palette, but I did buy this a very long time back, and it's called Eclipse. I'm not sure if they still sell this actually. I will look into it, and if they do, I'll put a link down to it below. But I actually bought this, I'm sure it's been at least 5 years I've had this. Don't judge me, I am terrible with the expiry date of makeup. I know that we're not meant to like keep everything for a long time, and with my mascaras and stuff I don't, but with my palettes I normally do keep them for a long time. I know I need to clean this one. I recently did use it when I was going to a party, but other than that, I did go through a massive declutter where I got rid of a lot of things that I don't use. But I am culprit, I have had this palette for a really long time, so we'll see what happens. And then I'm gonna go into this little beauty. I don't think this is a brand, so I got this from a clothing store here in UK called Matalan, and actually my friend gifted this to me. She was going back to Mauritius, and we had finished school, and she bought this for me. So it's just a very cute little, it's the kind of palette that you would buy as a young girl, but because it's got like sentimental values, I have still sort of kept it. So it's got some gorgeous like eyeshadow nude shades, you can see over here, and then it's got 3 lippies. I'm not a fan of these, like I'd rather use proper lipstick or liquid lipsticks, but I mean, you can see I've used it once or twice, but the eyeshadow shades are pretty good. They're not as pigmented, but then again, I mean, this was like, we weren't exactly planning to buy this, and this was a while back. So that's that. And then I've got this beautiful Revolution palette. I'm not sure what the name of this palette is. Oh, here we go. Life on the Dance Floor guest list. So this is what it's called, and as you can tell with the packaging, it's going to be a shimmery palette. So let's try and open this. Okay, so it's got some gorgeous like coral pink nude shades, and I don't know if you can see the glitter in the camera very well, but a lot of the shades are very pigmented and have glitter. Like these over here are all, look, these two are definitely glitter, and then these on the top are all glitter shade, but it's a beautiful palette, and you can just create some really beautiful looks with it. I've gone to this palette so many times when I'm going to Indian events, because it's just got like these amazing pop of colours that I can wear with my dress. So this is another favourite of mine for sure. Okay, And then moving on to this massive essay. So this is like a massive book. It's like a makeup book, guys. And how pretty is this cover? It's like golden fish scale. It's like mermaid skin. That's it. That's what I'm going to call it. This palette is mermaid skin. It's got this beautiful texture on the top, and it's just this gorgeous golden colour. This is actually a palette. It is actually a palette book, I'm pretty sure. Just trying to see how it opens. Here we go. I'm going to show it to you like this. So when you open this, you've got 6 beautiful looks. So this is actually cards, and you can turn it around and see how to create each of these looks. And then this is the actual eyeshadow palette. So it's actually got 6 different looks in here for you. So we have Sun-Kissed, Hot Tropics, Indigo Nights, Renaissance Love, Starlet Fever, and Summer Love. And you've actually got, so you've got some beautiful eyeshadow shades in here, bronzer, and then 2 lippies. And then you've got eyeshadow shades, lippies, and blush. Eyeshadow shades, and this I'm guessing is like just mattifying powder, lippies. Then you've got highlighter, eyeshadow shades, and lippies. Eyeshadow shades, blush, and lippies, and blush, lippies, and eyeshadow shade. So you've actually got a collection of some really nice colours. You've got some nudes in there, some greens, some blues, purple and pink, and quite a lot of different lippy shades as well as a bronzer, blush, powder, and highlighter. So it's actually like a complete package. This is not something I would take on holiday, definitely, because it's just big and heavy. But if you want to like go to events and you want to like say carry your makeup with you, then I would definitely take this with me, because I can create all sorts of looks with this. And I haven't actually used this yet, so if you want to see me create some looks using this palette, then definitely let me know, and I would love to do a video on my channel creating some of the looks. Even if you like some of the looks displayed here, I'm happy to create those looks for you, so definitely let me know, guys. And then moving on, so this is actually a palette that I bought from Amazon, and I think this was one of my first palettes I bought as a 16-year-old girl. I haven't gotten rid of anything in here and I don't think I've used it as much, especially the bright fluorescent pinks on the top. So I think I did like few makeup looks with this, but not as many. And when I was 16, I was really into putting pink on my eyelids because I thought that was cool. And I've just kept this. I don't know why. Whenever I try to get rid of this palette, I can't. I don't know if it's like, it just takes me back to a 16-year-old girl who just started like playing with makeup and finding out what's what and like trying to create these looks. But it just takes me back to the memories from back when I started experimenting with makeup, and I always come back to this palette. I don't use it as often, but I can't throw it away either. So I guess some makeup products we have like sentimental values with, so I guess this is one of that. I don't know what brand it is. I don't even know if it's a brand, and it's probably it says Beautify Cosmetics, so I'm not sure. It's probably not like a high, well, most likely it's not a high brand, and the products might not even be the safest to use. But when you're 16 and you get limited pocket money, you grab whatever you like at that age. And to be honest, I was not that much into makeup back then. I did not really know about brands, so this holds more sentimental values actually, so I try to keep this. Moving on, we're going to go into this little m.a.c palette. So this is a lippy palette, and it's just got some beautiful shades. So this palette is called, maybe it doesn't have a name, but it's telling you the name of the lipsticks in there. So there's Lady Danger, On Hold, Russian Red, MAC Red, Ruby Woo and Dare You. And again, there's some beautiful like red and burgundies and like a nude red in there. Not nude red, I would say like a nude pinky burgundy kind of shade, this one over here. But again, I've created some looks with it. It's a gorgeous palette. My mother-in-law actually gifted this to me during my wedding time. But I prefer lipsticks and liquid lipsticks more over like lippy palettes, but I do like this palette. I do like the shades in there, and I mean, when I go on holidays, this is handy because it's got the shades in there that you need really, so you don't need to carry a lot of products with you. So the next palette is this Accessorize, and it's called Exposed, and it's a beautiful palette. Don't judge me because it's not very clean, I warn you guys now. Okay, so I have used the heck out of this palette, and I really need to clean this. So I recently, my sister and her friends, they're all 16-year-old girls, they were going to a party and I offered to do their makeup, and I actually gave them an option of 2 palettes and they all went for this one. So this is why this is ridiculously filthy and I need to clean this up. But it was really nice actually. I'm not sure, well, none of them wanted to be on camera, otherwise I would have sort of like recorded the whole thing for you. I'm not a makeup artist by any means, I just love doing makeup on myself, and her friends love my makeup, so they asked me and I said yes, why not. I was going to do my sister's anyway, so a few more girls, didn't matter. So this is the reason this palette is that filthy because I did different looks on them. But all in all, I really love this palette. This has some gorgeous shades. It's from a high street brand. It's not expensive by any means. I think this was about £8, which is just very cheap for a palette, and it's got gorgeous shades. You've got your nudes in there. You've got your warm shades like champagne, bronze, gold. Then you've got your darks in there to do smoky eye, and you've got your pinks. It's just a gorgeous shade. I haven't seen this palette again. I think it is discontinued, but I try and use this sparingly because I really do love this palette. I don't know what I'm going to do when like all the shades finish, because I really do like, every time I resort to a new palette I end up going back to this because it is one of my favorites. But as you can see, the shades are some gorgeous shades. Okay, and then moving on, we have these last 3 babies left, my Naked palettes. So I don't have Naked 1 and 2. Pretty sure I did have Naked 2, did I not? Okay, I don't have Naked 1 and 2. I've got Naked 3, I've got Naked Decay Smoky Eye, and then I've got the Naked Urban Decay Cherry Vault. Well, the cherry palette, but my husband gifted me the whole vault, which I did a separate video on. But yeah, let's go into it. So these can be quite tricky to open. Okay, here we go. Finally. So this is the Naked 3 palette. It's got some gorgeous shades. You've got your nudes, and then you've got your darks, and then the Naked brush with it to go, and they're quite pigmented, so that's that. And then you've got the Naked Smoky Eye. I love the whole like feel of the palette and the packaging. I think it's just very enticing. It makes you want to buy it for sure. So this is the Naked Smoky palette, and obviously this has more darker shades, so you can create more smoky eyes. if you want me to create some looks with this palette, then definitely comment in the comment box below, and I will try and do some looks with the smoky eye palette. I do like experimenting with my smoky eyes, and I must say I wasn't very good with it when I started doing makeup, but over the years I've learned how to incorporate smoky eyes using different colours. So I would love to do some smoky eye makeup looks for you guys. And then last but not the least, guys, we are at the Naked Urban Decay Cherry palette. And in here, obviously, there will be a lot more pink shades. So you've got your burgundies, red, pinks, and you've got your nudes and your coral and peachy colour as well. I love the name that Urban Decay gives to all its eyeshadow, like Hotspot, Cautious, Bang Bang, Feels, Juicy, Turn On, Ambitious, Bing, Devilish, Young Love, Drunk Dial, and Privacy. So that is it, my gorgeous. These are all my palettes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you dolls next time. Love you guys. Bye.